Welcome back to another episode of Misadventures. Recently, I started building my custom Toxic Trials fishing pond, the first of 4 larger builds I'm planning on this island. I got most of the area blocked out and I'm happy with the space so far, but there was one thing left to do that would really help this space feel complete, and that was building a fishing shack. And make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on any of this progress. But we have a few things to do before we can get started. The entrance to my island is still non-existent, and if arriving from the outside, the hills I built did not look great. So my plan was to fix those up to create a more complete and spooky entrance. So that's the plan. So if players are like pulling up right here, we need this to kind of be the walkway for where everybody is coming into. And right now, as you can see, this isn't a very pleasant entranceway. Bringing bigger spikes coming down from the side of here. So you see this? I think we're just gonna do something like this, hanging off the sides. I think that's gonna be really nice. I might have it come down slightly further, but I think if we can kind of make this feel like kind of enclosed a little bit more, and if we have some vines and things hanging down too, it will kind of give it more of that kind of shielded look, which could be very nice. As I was working on it fixing up the mountain, In the Littlewood was wondering if anyone had any feathers, and of course, I had to jump on that. Anybody have a load of feathers, like 20 or so? Do I have a load of feathers? I'm gonna check. This is a nice way to make some money right now, guys. Let me see. Mob drops. Oh, I do! I do! I do! Here. I can deliver. Oh wait, how do you get there? Hang on. Hello?
Whoa! Hello?
Hi.
Hey, up.
I have some feathers for you, if you still need them.
Oh, yes, please.
Do you have a coin pouch?
Oh, why am I not surprised? Bringing the toxicity straight over. You couldn't even say that with a straight face. Give me the feathers and get out.
So I have another question. Do you have any slime blocks?
Do I have slime?
Yeah.
God, I can't move for this stuff.
Oh,
Let me have a look.
because I'm buying it for 10 coins per block.
Oh, okay, sure. How many do you need?
Well, considering I just gave you all the feathers, I could definitely trade for that right now. If you're willing to give me any that you have.
I'm gonna give you an equivalent.
Okay.
That wasn't meant to go to you. My bad.
Oh, in the dirt.
There you
Lovely.
go.
Thank you.
There's feather for block ratio.
Nice. Okay. And yeah, do you want to sell any to me? Because I can.
Yeah, dude, I got loads. In fact, I can even make more with the more that I've got here.
125. 125 times 10. Wait, how much is that? 1,250 gold. Okay.
Ooh, go on.
Okay, I'll give you 1,250 gold.
Perfect.
Do you have a coin pouch? By any chance?
Do you want me to ship it for you as well? Do you want me to place it on your toxic island?
Hang on. Let me. Actually, yeah. Do you deliver?
I've been writing the jokes for you too. You don't do anything yourself.
Do you deliver?
I do. It's going to cost you 150 gold though. You're going to have to get a zone 1 stamp.
Okay. Hang on. Let me get a pouch. I think I got one. Oh, you're perfectly at the desk. Okay, this is great.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? I'll give you the coins. Let me fill it. 1,250. Oh, and there you go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Cash that bad boy in. Right, let me get delivering. Dennis, we've got a job to do.
Wait, where are you going?
Delivering it.
Oh, to my mailbox? You're putting it in my mailbox? Wonderful.
Job well done.
Wow, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We got ourselves almost 2 stacks of slime blocks, which is huge. Although I didn't manage to get any money from Martin, I was able to get a bunch of slime blocks in exchange, as well as pay for a few more that they had. These are definitely going to come in handy when building, because I will need a lot of slime. I continued working on the spikes until they covered the entire entry area before I had a really good idea. We get the actual kind of initial shape, and then we'll kind of go in and reshape it a little bit, because I think it'd be cool kind of walking through here. These need to come down a bit further. Or maybe... Oh! Maybe we could build the sides up That would look kind of spooky. That would kind of look like teeth or something. If we build this up, this might be like, so rather than building the sides further down, it'll kind of look like you're locked into like a jaw, like you're locked in a jaw. To go with the top spikes, I also had an idea to build bottom spikes. That way it would really make you feel like you were enclosed in the space. I mean, maybe if we just make these at least 2 blocks high, like this looks like kind of pretty. I do like it. Definitely looks a lot more visually interesting when you're pulling up to it. Do a little reveal, all right? So we're gonna turn around. Wow, guys, I really think it came out cool. For someone who doesn't terraform, and you know, I'm not using World Edit, like I'm not doing anything like that. I think it actually came out pretty solid. There was so much depth to this, which might be like the coolest like depth related thing that I've ever done before. The only bit that I'm having issues with, and you might see before I point it out, is this bit right here. Now, this is needed to make the spike on the other side make sense. But this right here, I think I need to raise a little bit here so this merges a little bit better. This has like a little bit here. Look at the reflection as well. Oh, so cool. I was definitely happy with how this was looking so far, but I needed to do a couple more things to add more detail. I then went in and added a variety of different brown blocks to help break up some of those grays. And when doing an overview, I think this helped a ton. I loved how the area was mostly blocked off, but did have some areas that you could peek through. Before I could do any more work on this, I had to run back to my community-based storage so I could grab some more blocks. And then I ran into Martin, who was not too happy with me. Here's what happened.
What do you think you're playing at, huh?
With what?
What do you mean, with what?
What?
She's telling like she doesn't know.
Actually, with what?
I thought we said that you were not my landlord. You can't just evict me whenever you feel like it.
What? Wait, what do you mean?
Where
have you been evicted at? Where have you been evicted?
Well, there's only one place that I live that you own.
Yeah. Wait.
I was in there and I see signs saying, "Are you actually here? If not, I'm taking it in 10 days."
I did not do that.
I think you're lying.
No, I'm dead set. Wait, there are signs in there that say that?
There were signs saying that if I don't do anything with the building, then it's gone. And it's been on my to-do list.
You've got me stumped. I was not expecting that. I was like, great, what have I done now? But I actually didn't do that.
It's because I'm called in the little one, isn't it? Yeah, very funny. It's like one of your little jokes, is it? I'll get to the bottom of this. Fine, I'll go decorate it.
I'll go check if anyone else's houses have that in it.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, check that. Check all the Orchidia properties.
All right, I'll do that. And then you better apologize because that was not me.
I'm not apologizing. I haven't said anything wrong.
I own up to everything, and that was not me. Yes, that was a false accusation that you made towards me just then. So Martin was accusing me of putting eviction signs in their house, which seems like a very me thing to do, but actually it wasn't, because I found signs in this house that I didn't own. So I think the server just really wants people to decorate. I'm just apparently forcing everyone to decorate or they get evicted.
That's what I'm hearing, is that you've been telling people that if they don't decorate, that they're getting evicted.
I don't know how this fell on me.
Because you're a landlord.
Yeah, but why. Yeah, no, someone's coming for my job. Because it wasn't me. It was not me.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so.
I see.
Whilst Martin was off collecting some materials in the resource world, I left him a little present.
Bribe to prevent eviction.
I thought you put that there and you were bribing someone to prevent your eviction.
Tanisha!
Yeah, I've just walked past her. She said it's not her fault at all. And actually, you're just blaming her.
Now it was time to finally get started on building the fishing shack. I planned for it to go on the left-hand side of this space. Didn't want it to be sunken into the ground, so I did add a dirt platform just to raise it up a little bit. Then it was time to start working on the fishing hut. I started with some spruce and dark oak posts before putting some stone variants for the foundation. For the building part, I used a lot of mud and brown mushroom blocks, as well as some bricks, granite, and copper ore. Because I had added a lot of blue throughout the project and warped wood, I decided to go with warped wood, slime, and copper to create a blue-greenish gradient, which was very on brand with everything I had built in this area so far. To break up some of the clean lines on the roof, I did build a giant fish, which was definitely nice to tie in some more color, and then I also added a giant hanging piece of kelp off of the side and a fishing rod on the front too. Okay, so here is the final fishing hut, and I'm definitely happy with how it turned out. I kind of went in and added a little bit more detail. I also added a chimney, which you probably can't see. There also isn't really a back to the building yet, so I definitely have to do that, but I'm usually pretty bad with doing backs of the buildings. But I really think the colors work well together and definitely added a little bit more vibrancy, which I think was missing. But yeah, so we can go ahead and take a look inside. Yep. This is how the interior is still looking. I'll probably work on this at a later point. I mean, I'm going to have to because I have some big things planned with what I want to do in here. But yeah, as you can see, yeah, here's the missing back. If you were to walk in from the front door, that wouldn't be a very nice, very safe entryway. So I definitely have to do something about this. But the next thing we need to do is actually go and work on the entranceway path because that isn't entirely finished yet. So let's go do that. Now I'm back working on the entrance of the cave that I was working on a little bit earlier, but didn't get around to working on the inside of it yet, which I thought I could finally do. So I started by clearing out some grass so I'd have a little bit more space to work with, and then I actually just went in and added some wood, mud, coarse dirt, and trapdoors, before adding some of the other detailing like the pale moss, some lighting, and some other little decorative things too. So yeah, I still gotta do this section. I have not linked this up yet to the rest of the area, but I did mark out where the pathing's gonna go, so I have a little bit of an idea as to how that's gonna look. But for the area that I did work on, it made such a huge difference. It actually looks really nice with all of these stone. I put a lot of wood here. We have some decorative items on the side. I put some barrels, some dripstone, a little bit of mushrooms as well. The lighting is still quite subtle. I did hide a little bit. Oh, maybe right here. Yeah, I did hide a little bit, which I think helps, but isn't like totally overwhelming. And yeah, I think it's going to make a huge difference. It's still not done, obviously. There's still a lot more to do, but that was just like a really good step in the right direction. But yeah, now we'll go and do a tour of everything else, because I did make a few changes.
I actually haven't. I haven't been over here.
Okay.
You built anything.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
So it's like, I kind of went for the more spooky looking thing because everyone's doing like such cute little ponds. So I know in my last video a lot of you guys had some great suggestions about things that we could actually implement in this project, and so Lizzie came over and we went over a ton of possibilities. And whilst I'm going to keep a lot of that a secret, one thing that was able to be changed right away was actually the color of the water, which I'm so happy about, and another little effect that we could get too. Also met with Avid, who is willing to give me a bunch of mud and muddy mangrove roots in return for healing his shovel. And that did not go so well.
Okay, if we ever get in a server, like, our lore is gonna go way back.
Yep. Okay,
Cool.
So, how many times have you healed this shovel?
Ooh, a lot.
Avid, my god, it's 18 levels to heal. Take your shovel back. Take your diamond. There's no way. There is no way. It's 18 levels.
I can do it.
That is ridiculous. Okay, nice. Okay, I made a few changes to the space, and as you can see, there is some particle effects going on around me too, but let me show you how the area looks because it is so close to being done. All right, let's take a look. When you walk through the tunnel, this is the final look. I added a few more mushroom trees. Oh, someone's sleeping. It's gonna be daytime in a second. Okay. Didn't ruin the vibe too much, hopefully. I wanted to give you a spooky reveal, but it's fine. When you come in, I added a bunch more of these trees, and to break up some of the grays, another change that I made was put some browns kind of coming up the side of this, similar to what I did on the outside too. So I also did some mangrove leaves. Is that what they're called? I don't know what they're called. Mangrove something. Also some soul soil. I was able to get some of that to break up some of the soul sand, and I also put in some muddy mangrove roots, and you can actually place items on that. So I was able to put some mushrooms, and did I put anything else? No, just mushrooms. But yeah, I think that also helps tie the color around the area too, now that I was able to do that. I probably need to put some blues up in this, but I think for now it's fine. Another thing that I did is I connected this pathway so that now there's kind of a easy access way to get to this building. I did a little bridge here and another slime waterfall. This one's kind of a little lower, mostly because the terrain wasn't even, so I didn't want to bring half of this up and then have this still at the base level height. I wanted to raise the height of the house, so that kind of resulted in this awkward area here, but maybe I'll kind of make it so that you can get in here. You should be able to, hang on, you should be able to swim in here. So maybe I'll put a secret. Maybe I'll put like a little secret sign or something in here. I do want to have a lot of little hidden things for players to find, especially because I'm going to have a final kind of scavenger hunt. So I think maybe in here would be a good place to put a clue. And then I also have a bridge that goes this way, which then connects to another, I guess, fishing platform here that you can fish out of. This is now swamp water. So if I turn off shaders for a second, you see the difference in the water? It's now the swamp color water. Yeah, the ponds are looking good. The color makes a huge difference. It definitely is like more subtle than the blue, but the color scheme blends in a lot better with some of these other cyan colors that we have as well. So yes, I am absolutely in love with this space. If you guys also have any other suggestions on what to do with the place, let me know, because I'm still open to making a few little changes. I think it's almost 100% done, but I definitely think it still could use some things. So definitely open to some ideas. Over here, we have a piece of, it's supposed to look like a piece of hanging kelp. At first I was gonna do another fish, like another hanging fish, but it was a little too big and I didn't want to have two fish there. I felt like that was a little on the nose, so fishing up a piece of kelp is kind of nice. I wish I could put an end rod in there just to light it up a little bit more, but maybe end rods will be a part of my loot table that players can fish up too. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. Let me show you what it looks like on the map, because it looks pretty cool on the map now. So if we open this up, look at that. The water change actually helps so much. It definitely makes it more subtle, and it also changes it, like it kind of divides it from the water that's surrounding the entire area too. So I think it makes it feel a little bit more like its own space, and it's not just a river that's kind of flowing in from the ocean here. Also, I have my sounds turned off right now, but when you enter, it's actually the nether basalt delta biome. You can kind of see the particles from that. And so it gives this really spooky music when you enter as well, which I think is just so perfect for this setting. Thank you everyone so much for watching this video. I've been having a really fun time working on this project, and I can't wait to see how it develops further. So make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss anything. And I'll see you in the next one.